Here we are looking at GRPR. This is the daily chart, and what a big day today. A bunch of good things got accomplished, but the good news is there's still plenty more upside, and the big break hasn't quite happened yet, and I'll explain what I mean by that. But let's just first dig in, and the area that I want to start off with is just simply doing this, and this may seem basic, and it is kind of basic, but at the same time, it's a very important thing because the name of the game in any stock, whether it be big boards, penny stocks, forex, currency, whatever you want to call it, is uptrends, and this chart now has that going on. It bottomed out down here a couple months ago, made this big move, and then on this pullback here, you can see that right here is where it finally found a bottom at 006, and then from there has been working its way back upwards. And by putting in that higher low, as you can see, it allows us to be able to draw this uptrend line. All reversals and all big bounces have to start somewhere, and all trends have to start in the short term. So we do now have this uptrend underneath us. The other nice thing is the longer term moving averages. This orange line here, the 200-day, and this purple line here, the 50-day, are both going sideways now. So the longer term trend is now officially neutral, whereas down here the trend was bearish, but now the overall trend has also leveled off to being neutral. So you combine the neutral with the start of an uptrend here, and the chart is taking shape nicely. But now, more importantly, today, as I alluded to at the beginning of the video, an important event happened, and that event was this break right here above a penny. Not only is a penny 9 times out of 10 a psychological resistance level, as it was here, but it's also was a technical level. You can see here multiple times the price tried to get above it, could not. Here, although it didn't quite hit it, pretty darn close. But you can see with the break of it today, what then followed, a nice move that happened relatively quick. So it does show that the price has the ability to move quickly. But that was a very important break. Now, the big important, or I should say most important break hasn't quite happened yet, but the chart's oh so close. And what is this level that I'm talking about? It is right here at the 13-cent level. And if you wanted to, you could probably call it between 12.5 cents to 13 cents. And I'll explain where the 12.5 cent comes from. But I want to get this pointed out first. This is simply from over here. You can see this previous high right here at 13 cents. And in fact, the price did come right up here and bounced off this 13-cent area. So not a surprise to see that that's where the profit takers did decide to step in. But the 12.5 cents area comes in from this 200-day simple moving average. It's valued at 0.0123, so not quite 12.5, but for simplicity's sake, just call it 12.5 cents. So with a break of this, the reason that is so important is because then the literally next level of resistance is not until way up here at the high of this candle, which is 0.0184. So that'll be another key area of resistance. The penny resistance was important, but the reason this one is much more important is because with the penny break, you already all of a sudden had a resistance right up here at 0.013, whereas on the break of 0.013, you don't get resistance until basically way up here at, not basically, you don't get resistance until up here above 0.018. So, and I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence, but just want to cover all the bases. You can see the space between these resistances is shorter than the space between these resistances. So that's the point I'm trying to make, is that with a break of this level here, there's just more space, more room to run but before it would hit this next area of resistance. And that's, I'm not saying that the price would stop there, but that is, from a technical perspective, the next level of resistance. In terms of volume, that's exactly what you would want to see on a breakout. As any textbook would tell you, the stronger the volume on a breakout, the more confidence you can put in that breakout. So it looks like this 0.01 breakout was nice and solid, and going forward, 0.01 is now a key level of support. The other key level of support is going to be down here, and besides this trend line, obviously, but the other level of support is going to be the 50-day simple moving average down here, which is valued at 008. So 008 and 0.01 are the two key levels of resistance. But at the end of the day, as long as the price can remain above this trend line here, then the chart will remain in an uptrend. So overall, great looking chart, lots of potential, and with a break of this little 12.5 to 13, this little area right here, then as I pointed out, this becomes almost like a little miniature blue sky breakout. So keep your eyes on it and let's see what happens going forward. If there are any other questions, please let me know. Again, this was GRPR. Thanks for listening.